It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see the only teams to meet in back-to-back Super Bowls. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night primetime.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott now from the 50. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all finished on the touchdown reception by Ezekiel Elliott. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, his throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Allen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Elliott is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Allen going to throw.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Cook again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd down, Prescott.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Aubrey now for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Now Allen throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And again, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. Prescott to throw it. He's across midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. throwing. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Well, now how about this return? So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now Allen off the bootleg.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
First target, first catch, and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he will find his man, Samuel.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That was a nice run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Allen now on the option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Prescott now. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Allen now on 1st down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On play action, Allen
going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
Touchdown, Bills!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, this is Turpin. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, this defense has to feel good because they've now brought down one of the faster quarterbacks in the game multiple times. That defensive unit, they're letting us all know they get paid too. They're no slouches themselves.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And some room to run now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game. Some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They go option right on 2nd and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Allen.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.